because of this rapid forward motion here, we're talking about areas to the east of this cell have to be ready for the possibility of maybe a tornado. This is indicating about 60 miles per hour. And that's pretty quick. These are moving in a hurry. We have blizzard warnings for, what do they call it, the megalopolis here in parts of the Northeast, New York City, Philadelphia. We are looking at some areas only 3 or 4 inches, but just about a few feet away, look at this. It almost goes completely down, almost 3 feet deep in drifts. I'll tell you, this snow is the fine, fluffy snow that blows around and causes the problems on the roadways with the winds.
I was waiting to see the guy on the croc, you know, riding him like this.
Exactly.
You know?
Well, we can have that, unfortunately,
Never mind.
yes. So.
We've got some hot weather on the way. Good beer drinking weather, I guess. We'll have that forecast next. Our low is over western parts of Tennessee, and it's going to take a track generally like that right over the Buckeye State, and also what is a very well-developed wall cloud up to the north and east. She took this driving. I certainly don't recommend that, but I appreciate the effort. At least looking at this particular piece of data, this is where we're seeing the most rotation with this cell. No information as far as any damage reports here. No information that this funnel cloud is a tornado on the ground. This one in effect for, again, less than 15 minutes for far northwestern parts of Henry County. Should be inside in your basement still. Well, let's talk about the hot weather. That certainly has been the big weather story this week. Pretty major heat wave here for the eastern half of the nation, looking at high temperatures earlier today. We're kind of right on the edge of the higher heat with readings in the 90s, but really the nasty stuff where it turns dangerous has been along the east coast from the mid-Atlantic on into New England, where we've had multiple reports of 100-degree plus temperatures. You tack on some humidity, and that's where it really does get dangerous. And it looks like they're in for another nasty day tomorrow, but we do see some relief in sight. Look across the upper Midwest and the plains. A batch of cooler air here that is coming out of Canada, and that is going to end our heat wave after tomorrow. 76 is our current temperature, slowly cooling off tonight. Dew point in the upper 60s. Pressure is just over 30 inches. Our high today, 92. We're not breaking any records, but still plenty hot out there. 68 for our low, and as I mentioned earlier, still looking for that first measurable rainfall of the month. We could certainly use some rain, and here it is actually tracking through parts of Illinois, Wisconsin, points to the west. This is all associated with a weak cold front, quite a bit of cloud cover here. Behind that, of course, is where I showed you those cooler readings today, and out ahead of that, that high pressure really keeping a lid on cloud cover and shower development. But that is going to be changing here. The high finally starting to break down a little bit as it tracks further to the east, and this low in front keeps pushing on it here. We'll finally again push it to the south and east, allowing for at least the northern part of this front to slide through. So for tomorrow, again, plenty of hot weather out here with temperatures back in the 90s. It might be a tad more humid as this front approaches. Late in the afternoon, maybe a pop-up thunderstorm, a better chance into tomorrow night as the front actually crosses the area, and that should start to exit on Friday, so rain chances will quickly diminish. For tonight, clear, staying warm, lows right around 70 or so. Another hot one for tomorrow, 91, increasing humidity. Maybe that late day thunderstorm. We mentioned country concert earlier in the newscast, and of course Hank Williams Jr., the headliner tomorrow night. During the day it's going to be hot, and then tomorrow night when that concert begins, well, maybe a few thunderstorms around. Hopefully not too much lightning and just some cooling rains, which I'm sure will be enjoyed. And we're looking at those showers to exit early on Friday. The rest of the day will be drying out. Should set us up for a pretty nice seasonable weekend. Well, things turning severe in a hurry late this afternoon. If you're just tuning in, we have been watching a tornado warning that is in effect here for eastern parts of Putnam County. Earlier, between 5:30 and 6, a warning was in effect for eastern Allen County. That has since been allowed, or rather has been dropped. But we're focused in here now to eastern parts of Putnam County. The warning is in effect until 6:30. This is impacting Ottawa, Glandorf, Pandora, Lipsick, Gilboa, West Lipsick, Prentice and Belmore again until about 6:30. Now this was issued because a funnel cloud was actually spotted down southeast of the Columbus Grove area. This whole area has been tracking up to the northeast, Columbus Grove getting out of the worst of it now, but up towards the Ottawa area, you see some dark reds in this vicinity, indicating some very heavy rain, lots of lightning, and again the concern that we could have a tornado touching down here sporadically. Just over the past few seconds, I've noticed another rotation marker popping up on now Doppler radar. What does that mean? Well, it's actually indicating that Doppler is picking up some rotation in this particular vicinity between Ottawa and Gilboa, tracking up towards the northeast. That's why this warning remains in effect until 6:30. So bottom line is, a tornado can happen here. You need to be in a safe place right now. A shelter for sure, whether it's your basement or an interior room of your home or whatever building that you are in until this warning expires. We're going to watch this track up to the northeast. That means parts of Hancock County should be watching this very closely, and maybe eventually up to the north in Henry County. So this is a developing situation. It's happening now. The good news is we haven't heard any reports of damage from this, whether it be in Allen County or in Putnam County, but nonetheless the warning remains in effect. And of course, any additional information in this situation we will pass along to you as soon as we get it. All right, let's go over now to what else is happening here, and we're going to look at the radar in motion. Things really firing up here in a hurry, and the odd thing is this was not a setup for severe weather because we don't have a very strong wind field associated with this. Definitely a tropical air mass. Dew points jumped into the 70s today, and you see these showers and storms really being fueled now with very heavy downpours north and east of Lima. A few more to the west and southwest, but it looks like all the energy is now focusing in this particular area. You see the dew points in the 70s, very tropical outside. This activity with a low pressure center to the southwest is going to continue to track up towards the north and east. It's going to be with us tonight into tomorrow. So tomorrow, I think hit and miss showers and thunderstorms, a threat for heavy rain. What I didn't get to show you is that a flash flood watch is in effect for Allen County, Putnam County, Paulding, and Van Wert counties for the overnight into and through tomorrow morning. So that's something we're going to watch very carefully. With all that mugginess out there, we could easily see a couple inches of rain in these heavier showers and storms. This will continue for tonight, scattered about. A few more for tomorrow, and a quick look at the 7-day shows you that we continue with this soupy system here through Sunday. Things gradually improve into next week.
All right, thanks so much, Darren.
Sure.